right, so if you have a band nearby, go ahead and grab it. If you don't have a band, don't worry about it. I like to start off with this warm-up for a reason because it's really just quick and easy before we can get into our actual workout today. So let's go and work some pass-throughs, so nice athletic stance. And we're just going to take that band around the body from front of the hips to that low back. Try to keep those arms as straight as possible, making sure you have enough tension on that band to challenge yourself. If you don't have a band, no big issue. I'm going to drop mine just to show what I want. We're just going to work a couple of very intentional arm circle with palms to the sky, taking your time with those, really making sure we're trying to turn on all parts of that shoulder, all parts of that rotator cuff. Just a couple more pass-throughs. All right. Let's go ahead, find that athletic position. Make sure you have a little bit of room behind you. We're going to work a nice strong hinge, driving those hips back. Feel that load, feel that tension. Stand tall. Give me a nice deep squat if you can. But then give me that double lunge. Y'all know this one well. I like to start off with it. 4 more reps of that hinge, of that squat, of that double lunge. Your pace, if you need to go a little bit slower, you certainly can. Hinge, squat, double lunge. If you're with me, you've got 2 more. Strong hinge, strong squat, double lunge, 1 on each. Last one, hinge, squat, double lunge. All right, you still need to finish up those 5 reps. Go finish them up for a moment. We'll have to start talking about today's workout. All right, so we have 6 main movements we're going to work through today. Some of them have 2 parts as we work left or right, right or left. All right, so if you're here early, you know I want something heavy, as heavy as you can get for your RDLs, and then something singular that's moderate weight, so 1 kettlebell or 1 dumbbell. All right, so let's go ahead and grab that moderate weight for me, please. Whether it's a kettlebell, whether it's a dumbbell. And I want you to go through these movements with me, so one, you get more of a warm-up, also you're not bored just watching me. All right, let's take that weight into our right hand. We're going to start off with a movement you know well. We're going to start with our tactical lunge. So that right foot steps back. We're going to actively pull the body down, passing under and through the leg, standing tall. So that's my left hand. Left foot steps back, passing under and through. Change up camera angle here. We're going to go 3 reps on each side. Just making sure I feel pretty comfortable with this. What I don't want you to do today is I don't want you to pass in front of the body. So this tends to happen right here, where we just kind of start getting all crazy with it. It's all over the place. You don't know where the kettlebell went or the dumbbell. All right? Make sure you pass into that leg. All right, let's go and rack it into that left hand. Whether you have dumbbell or kettlebell, it's wrapped up top, nice and strong. And we all know shoulder press pretty well, so let's go and knock out a shoulder press. Not that challenging, okay? Now we're going to add some rotation. So as you press, that left foot's going to pivot, rib cage is strong, and then we pull back down, squaring back off. Let's go 1 more. Rotate and press, pull back down. Let's go and switch out sides. So whether you have a dumbbell, whether you have a kettlebell, rack it right side. Give me 1 strong press. And let's add that rotation. Right foot pivots, rib cage stays down. That's the important part here. Rack it back, and let's take it back up top. All right, so that's your first combination today. Then we're going to go into our heavier weighted RDL or Romanian deadlift. So I'm going to grab another kettlebell for that one. So I'm doubling up, trying to get a decent amount of weight here. Our RDL with the feet right underneath the hips. I want that inside that ankle in line with your second toe. So it's almost going to feel like your feet are turning inwards. All right, from there, you're just mooning the person behind you. Okay, so you're sticking your butt out. I really press those hips back and then stand back tall. All right, this is about 3 controlled reps. A lot of you know RDLs pretty well. Wonderful. All right, after this, we're going into a strict push-up. Equipment is optional. So I'm going to use my kettlebells today since I'm working 2 of them. And I'm going to work a elevated strict push-up when I work through my time block today. If you have dumbbells, you can do the same thing. If you do not have that type of equipment, you're using a backpack, just give me strict push-ups. So give me a couple, make sure you feel comfortable. If you are working dumbbells or kettlebells, make sure that wrist stays strong. So I don't want you to have a broken wrist while you're going through that. You wouldn't do any exercise like that. So don't do your push-ups like that on your weights. Stack those wrists. All right, last but not least, this is where things get fun today. Let's take that kettlebell or dumbbell. Actually, I'll show you with the dumbbell just to be fair. I've got that dumbbell in my right hand. I'm going to work a hip hinge, and then I'm going to rack it, okay? So I'm in that rack position, okay? So it's like a single arm swing, rack. It's not that complicated for most of you. We've done cleans before. So now, we're going to take it down, we're going to clean it, left foot steps forward, and we're only going to work that left foot going forward, racking that right side, so we're working that clean. Excellent. Hopefully you gave me a couple reps. I'm going to switch back over to a kettlebell. Now I'm going to go to my left hand, working that hinge, that clean. Now I'm going to add that forward lunge to my right foot. So I rack my left side, right foot steps forward. Rack, right foot, rack, right foot. Okay? If you're using a backpack or bands or something just heavy, you can just go to rack position the entire time and work that single leg forward lunge. All right? That one's going to be fun. That's going to be our kind of our finisher back and forth at the end of class. Heart rate's going to get to the roof. All right, so for time's sake, we need to get rolling. All right, so we're going to start off with that tactical lunge. So let's go and get that moderate weight into that right hand. Nice and tall for me. Lock down that rib cage. Right foot steps back. Your pace, 45 seconds. And you're passing to the inside of that leg. So that kettlebell or dumbbell is always going towards that inner thigh. Don't add speed until you've mastered this movement. Now I want you to start thinking about a few things. You're nice and strong in that upper back. You're nice and strong through the shoulders. Try not to bend over. So you're seeing me, I'm on a forward camera angle right now. So you see I'm not bending over. Stay nice and upright. Last 3, 2, 1. Relax. I'm going to go ahead and rack it my left side. We're going to work that rotational press. All right, we can absorb the weight if we need to, especially if it's heavy. But if you're ready, left foot pivots. Pull back down. Making sure we're exhaling out of the mouth with every press. Rib cage check. Is that rib cage staying down, or are you flaring it out? If you're flaring out, get it back in. 25 more seconds. Let that left foot stay light. Right leg is strong. Knee is soft. Weight stays back in those heels. Last 3, 2, and relax. You can take a little breather. I'm going to go ahead and rack on that right side. Making sure I'm nice and confident in my rack. I've got my thumb touching my collarbone. My wrist is strong. Belly's tight. If you're ready, let's go. You don't need to go super fast here. It's all dependent on the weight that you have. That's why I work time instead of reps with you all. So if you're a little heavier today, you're going to want to rest a little longer between those reps, making sure you've got that power, that initiative going to the sky. If you're a little lighter, you might find yourself finding a rhythm, and that's fine. 8 seconds. And then we move back to that tactical lunge in a reverse lunge with that pass through. And relax. All right. I'll go a set with dumbbells just to be fair. All right, so with that dumbbell, you're going to grab the end of that dumbbell. You typically want to go, it's so heavy. If you need to grab the handle, you can. Just makes that pass a little more challenging. Right foot steps back. It's in that right hand. Pass it under. Nice and strong. With that strong exhale as we stand, we're driving through that front heel. Especially if you have a dumbbell that's hard to pass through or challenging to pass through, make sure you're slowing down, you have a good grip, so you don't accidentally smash a toe, especially if you're barefoot training. Last 3, 2, and relax. All right, done with that tactical lunge. About to get into our rotational press. Can't stand it when these little announcements stay up here. So good. All right. Let's go left side. Let's rack it up. Strong to the belly. Rotational press. Make sure we bring that kettlebell or that dumbbell down. We're back in that rack position. All right, we're not hanging out back here. We're not cranking on the shoulder. Okay, we're going back to rack, back to that press. Full rack, full press, bicep to ear. So we got the right side coming up in just a few seconds. And then we're moving on to that RDL, that push-up combination. Relax, go ahead and switch out sides. You got some time. Again, when we get to that push-up, if you have matching dumbbells or matching kettlebells, you can go with that elevated strict push-up. If not, just work the ground, absolutely fine. Let's work, right side. So nice and strong in that wrist, whether we're working that dumbbell or whether we're working that kettlebell, those knuckles are leading the way. We're not cranking on that wrist. 15 seconds. Last 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, let's get that heavy weight. All right, whatever you have that we can work that strong RDL with, I'm going to go with my matching kettlebells. I'm going to find a deadlift position, so a nice big stance, making sure I'm nice and strong, getting that weight off the ground. Then I'm bringing those feet right underneath the hips, and then I'm moving the person behind me, and then staying tall. Finding that tension in the back of the legs, staying tall. So whether you're working dumbbells, kettlebells, a backpack, or a child, okay? Let's keep that weight over your center mass. So you're aiming that weight towards the feet. You're driving your hips back. And every time you stand, you're squeezing through those glutes, locking that rib cage back down, creating those tension points. And relax, all right. We're going into that strict push-up again. If you have that matching weights, those kettlebells or dumbbells, you can go elevated with strong wrists. If not, you're working the floor. Let's set it up. Let's work. We do have 3 rounds of this, okay, because we're not splitting any of these movements in half. We work 2 rounds of that tactical lunge and that rotational press. We've got 3 of these, so we're going to feel these push-ups today, and you're going to feel those RDLs tomorrow. "15 seconds. Last 3, 2, and you're up. Shake it up. Again, we get to that RDL. I want you to deadlift those weights off the ground, nice and strong with that weight under your center mass. Don't let laziness be what jacks that back up. All right, let's get it off the ground. Feet underneath the hips, toes point forward, drive those hips back, nice and tall. So don't try to reach the kettlebells or the dumbbells. Okay, you're just paying attention to your hips. Once you feel that tension, you stand back up. Now if you're thinking, Chris, I don't quite feel that tension, press those big toes into the ground while you still keep weight into your heels. Create more tension through the body. It'll make those hamstrings talk to you a little bit faster, letting you know where your end range is. And relax. Push-ups coming back up. Again, that elevated position is an option. If you need to drop to the knees, you're probably going to want to get either on dumbbells or a little bit lower with those hands. Set it up. Let's work. Breathe with every rep. Sternum leads the way. Don't lead the way with your head. Ten seconds. Three, two, and you're up. One more set of that RDL. So one quick thing, I know a lot of you probably can't see yourselves, may not have mirrors, but I don't want to see your head get below your hips. So if you're really flexible, stop that, drive your hips back further, you'll feel that tension faster. Let's deadlift those weights up. Let's go. Work with a lot of clients that are super flexible in their hamstrings and can get really low with that RDL. Don't want to see, again, your head or your shoulders get below your hips. Just press those hips back further. You'll feel that tension faster. Nice strong exhale as you stand. Last 3, 2, and relax. All right, last set of those push-ups. Again, you're going to feel the push-ups today. You're going to feel those RDLs tomorrow, I hope. All right, shake those arms out real quick. Let's set it up. Let's work. Concentrate on pulling those shoulders down. Don't let those shoulders get to those ears. Elbows are driving back. So just a reminder, after this set, we're moving on to that single arm clean with that forward lunge. So whether you're working dumbbells, kettlebells, or a backpack, the backpack or something else heavy, if you're using like a gallon jug, relax. You might just want to keep in a rack position and work a single leg forward lunge, depending on how sturdy that piece of equipment is. All right, so we're back down to one piece of equipment. Going to go right side first. Let's go practice rep, working that hinge to cleans with a kettlebell or dumbbell. This time, just clean it, left foot steps forward, back, clean, left foot steps forward. So as you step back, that kettlebell goes back between the hips. You use those hips to initiate that clean. And change camera in a little bit, just so we can see. Excellent, y'all. Pace yourself. We have 3 rounds of these on each side. Told you in the class it's going to feel metabolic. 3, 2, and relax. All right, so we go left side with the rack. Right foot's going to step forward. I work contralateral. All right, let's go practice clean. Just to get that movement down. Now next time on next clean, right foot steps forward. So you can do this with a dumbbell. At the beginning of class, I demoed this with a dumbbell. I'll be fair, I'll do next round with the dumbbell just so we can see. Change it back to that front view. Kettlebell stays high up in that upper inner thigh. On that hinge, going into that clean. 3, 2, relax. Okay, let's switch back to a dumbbell. Gonna go right side again, left foot's gonna step forward. Deep breath. We got some rounds to do. Work that hinge, work that clean. Let's go again, add that steps. Left step. So if you have a lighter dumbbell or lighter weight, always create that tension. You can pull down harder with that back. You can drive through that heel a little harder. You can make that weight feel heavier. Ten seconds. Three, two, relax. Going over that left hand, now right foot steps forward. And we're cleaning one side, we're stepping with the other. All right, let's work that practice rep, that clean. Let's add that step. You're driving through that front heel. That back foot, that left foot is there just for looks. Ten seconds. We got one more round on each. Heart rate should be up. Body should be warm to say the least. 3, 2, relax. Now kettlebell nut. You have to switch back to kettlebell. Big breath. Right side clean, left foot steps forward. Last round on this side. Let's get that practice clean in. Let's add that step. Seconds. Finish this side strong. Strong with that clean. Strong heel drive through that left foot. 3, 2, 1. Finish up that rep. Good work, good work. Big breath. Switching out sides. Left hand. Let's go with that practice rep, that strong clean. We find that rhythm. We add that step. This is it, y'all. Finish strong here. One in and one. Relax. Good work. Take a couple of deep breaths. We're going to get a quick stretch in. No way, shape, or form is this stretch enough after this style of workout. It's just enough to get you out of here. If you're staying for strength flow, don't really worry about stretching right now. Go calm down. Go calm your heart rate down because I want more out of you in about 5 minutes. Don't worry about stretching. We'll do that all through strength flow as we challenge our mobility. All right? For the rest of us, a nice athletic stance. Sink down, big breath. Exhale at the top, slow. One more, big breath in. Exhale at the top. All right, let's take that left foot forward. Pull those left toes, the toes towards the knee, then drive that left hip back. Deep hamstring stretch in that left leg. Now you can toy with that trunk a little bit if you like. A little rotation in there. Let's switch it on out. Right foot forward, toes towards the knee. Drive that right hip back. Work some of that trunk rotation. We actually did a lot with that posterior chain today with the tactical lunges, which target a lot of glute. We did a lot with our RDLs. Even though that last movement was a forward lunge, which is more quad dominant, you're going to get a lot of glute action as well. So I'm hoping tomorrow we got a little something going on back here. All right? Thank y'all again for joining. Y'all have a wonderful night. If you're hanging around for strength flow, come take a breather. We'll get started in a few minutes. If that's it for you tonight. Go find some fuel. Build those muscles.